My Facebook people, how's everyone doing today? If you're in the UK, you're probably enjoying some beaming sunshine. Wherever you may be in the world, I hope you're enjoying the weather. I hope you are relaxing. I hope you're making sure your mind is good. Your spirit's good. You're feeling good, and your energy and your vibration is at one, at peace. I'm gonna wait for a couple of people to jump on, and then I'm gonna be dropping some bombs today. I'm going to be dropping some bombs that are going to shake up your vibration and shake your mental to the core. If you're on, say hello in the chat box. Let me know you're here. Let me know where you're coming from. Let me know how you're feeling. If you're feeling good, drop a yes in the chat box. Tell me your name. Let me know where you're from. Let me know you're feeling good. I'm going to wait literally maybe a minute or so. Let a few more people jump on. And then we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some real fun. As I said, I'm going to shake up your vibration. I'm going to show you things from a different perspective. I'm going to allow you to understand why. Sunny Canada. You know what? I'm longing to go there. I haven't been there yet, but I will do. Yeah. I'm going to help you understand why when you do certain things, it affects you on such a deep level. It changes your energy. Hey, Cheryl from Toronto. I'm glad you're feeling great. Glad you're feeling great. Guys, I'm loving the numbers coming in. So, I'm going to kick this one off. How to avoid chasing money. All the way from Costa Rica. Yeah, we've got some people around the globe today. And this is a beautiful thing. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Guys, I'm going to dive right in. I'm going to talk to you about how you avoid chasing money. And when I talk to you today about how you avoid chasing money, I'm going to break this up into segments. I'm going to talk about the importance of not chasing money, self-awareness and your habits, why you need to audit your environment, practical application, and the mindset shift that you need to undergo in order to facilitate this transformation. So first and foremost, I want to talk to you about the importance of not chasing money and why it's absolutely paramount that if that is a focus of yours, you need to shift it. When you chase money, I want you to examine how you feel. Talk to me and let me know. When you chase money, when you imagine yourself chasing after money, that's a negative vibration. Because when you're chasing money, you're coming from a place of desperation. I really need it. I haven't got it. I need to work harder to get it. You know what? The money's just not there. I need more of it. Why is it not in my life? I need to chase it. All of that is a low vibration. And when you function at a low vibration, you cannot produce anything positive. But also, when you operate from a low vibration, think about the mindset you have to be in. And that's a scarcity mindset. You don't believe you deserve it. It's eluding you for whatever reason. Your mind's telling you there's not enough of it. I need to chase harder. I need to work harder. I need to do more. Whatever the thought process you're going through, you haven't got it and you're not envisioning yourself with it. So you're coming from a scarcity mindset. When you come from a scarcity mindset, that affects your vibration tremendously. But not only that, you're now creating a limitation in terms of how much you can make. Because you're coming from a scarcity place and not abundance, you can't have an abundant outcome. So immediately you've put a cap, you've put a limitation on what you can attract into your life, what can comfortably come into your life. You need to be a manifester with your thoughts first. And you need to be very, very careful about how you conduct your thoughts. Because your thoughts are what guide and shape your life. When you're coming from a place of scarcity, that is a place of lack. And you will never ever have enough if you're coming from a place of lack. Place of lack is a place of not enough. I haven't got enough. I'm not good enough. Not only does it put a limitation on the amount of money that can come into your life, you cap your creativity. What do I mean when I say that? When you've got that thought process that I'm focused wholly and solely on chasing money, because you don't believe that you can attract it without chasing it so hard, you block your creativity. And your creativity is what allows you to draw money into your life. That level of creativity is what really gives you the energy to make sure it's going to happen. If you haven't got creative ideas, do you believe you're going to attract money? You need to focus your vision on your mission. Focus your vision on the outcome you're searching for. Not the money, the outcome you're searching for. And how are you going to allow money to channel itself to you? What do you need to provide in order for you to allow money to channel itself to you easily and comfortably? You need to provide value. So what are you giving in exchange for the money that you so badly want? Don't focus on the money. The money will be a byproduct of the value you give. You need to focus wholly and solely on creating and giving value. The more value you give, the more money will come into your life. And I promise you, when you stop chasing money, money will start chasing you. It's just like, I'm going to give you an analogy about a relationship. Imagine you've got a partner and your partner is always desperately trying to please you. Always bending over backwards to do anything for you and just really wants to please you. At first, it might seem great. But then, if you're honest with yourself, are you going to consistently appreciate that? Or will you start to, oh, it's a bit much or a bit needy? And when that person seems needy, it starts to repel you. Does anyone, if you're being honest, want some needy person around them? Or do you want someone who's confident, someone who's self-assured, someone who's got presence, someone who knows their worth? Give me a yes in the chat box if you understand exactly what I'm saying. Needy people, just like people that chase money, they will repel you and they will repel money. They don't gel, they don't mesh together. So being needy is a repellent, just like you chasing money. So when I talk about self-awareness and habits, what exactly do I mean by that? Now, let's dive right in. What are your tendencies with money? How do you treat money? Do you respect money? Because if you've got no respect for the money you have, do you think more money is going to come into your life? We live in an energetic universe where everything is based on energy. If you don't appreciate and respect what you have, do you really think the universe is going to bless you with more? You know, you really need to put a key focus on how you treat and how you behave with things that you have. So I said, what are your tendencies with money? Do you spend it before you got it? So when you're thinking about receiving a paycheck, or when you're thinking about receiving a bonus of some sort, are you already planning on how you're going to spend it? Or are you planning on how you're going to invest it to make it multiply? What are your money tendencies? How do you behave with that tool, that resource? And how do you think about money? Do you value money as something that's incredibly worthy, in something that you need to put a lot of love on? Or do you see money as a tool? What I challenge you to do, is do a 7-day spending test. The next 7 days, evaluate your money habits. Evaluate how you behave with money over the next 7 days. See if you continue the flow of money. See how you behave with money. I want you to really, really look and pay attention, because this is critical. This is important. How comfortable are you with money? So what's your financial comfort zone? But more importantly than that, where's your financial bar? Where is your money mindset? Do you have a low money mindset, or do you have an extremely high money mindset? There are certain people in this world that their financial bar, the way they think about money, they always will be abundant. There are stories about multimillionaires and even billionaires that have gone bankrupt. Why do you think it is that they make it back so easily? It's because of the relationship they have with money. It's because of the way they think about money. They've got an abundant mindset. They think that money is flowing into their life simply, easily, and readily. They don't have any resistance towards money. That's why you must never chase money. Understand where your money habits come from. Now, I want you to recognize that all behavior is learned behavior. So the money habits you have presently, they didn't just drop out the sky and fall on you. You picked them up, you learnt them from somewhere. Usually from your parents or your older siblings or relatives or people around you that were of influence when you were young. And you picked it all up unconsciously. But the thing is, now as an adult, what you need to do, what your responsibility to do is understand how you can change your money habits, your money mindset to benefit you. Because if what you're currently doing isn't serving you, you need to change the habits you have, but you need to examine where your habits have come from. Because it's not until you know the root of where your habits have come from can you actually change them. And one of the things I want you to understand clearly is that your mind cannot hold space for a vacuum. So as much as you believe you're going to get rid and you're going to transform your mind in terms of money habits, to erode and get rid of a limiting belief, you have to replace it immediately with an empowering belief, because your mind cannot, it doesn't hold a vacuum. So it has to be a straight exchange. Work on your limiting belief, eradicate your limiting belief, and then replace that with an empowering belief. But understand first and foremost where your money habits stem from. Who behaved like you do with money? Which one of your parents behaved the way you do with money? Were they spenders? Were they savers? Were they investors? And how is that filtered down to you? Then I want you to audit your environment. And when I say audit your environment, think about the people that are around you that have an influence and affect your financial decisions. Who do you listen to? Who do you seek advice from with regards to money? Now, the people you seek advice from, are they affluent? Are they coming from a place of abundance? Or are they scarcity? Really pay attention to who influences you, who puts thoughts into your head. Because the people you have around you will generally influence you heavily, even if you don't realize it. They say, you know what? You'll become the sum average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. I'm sure you guys have heard that saying before. Give me a yes in the chat box if you've heard that saying before, that you'll become the sum average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, because they will become an influence heavily in your life. So what do you need to do? Do you believe it's your responsibility to change your circle? Do you believe it's your responsibility to seek influence from those that know? Should you have a mentor? I personally have a mentor. I've had mentors for years. And my mentors change as I grow. As I grow and develop, my mentors change because there's a necessity. Each mentor will be able to take you to a certain point, and then you don't outgrow them. Well, maybe you do. But you need to learn from other people. You need to shift, get new teaching, new lessons, and start to move forward. Does your environment reflect your mindset? The place where you are now, look around. Is it tidy and organized, or is it clutter? Because guess what? Your internal vibration, your internal self will directly look and show your external place. So how you are internally, that will be a direct influence on your external life. So if your mind is cluttered and messy and disorganized, that's going to be the same state as your external life. This is going to stop you from being able to progress. This is going to stop you from being able to grow. Guys, if you want to develop, you need to start instilling certain habits, patterns, and behaviors. You need to ensure that what you're doing is going to benefit you and it's going to add to you, not detract from you. This is simple, but it's not easy because you need to create new habits. And in order to create new habits, you need to become disciplined about exactly what it is you need to do. Guys, let me give you some practical advice, some advice that's really going to make this simple. Create an environment that forces you to invest. Create an environment that has a massive impact on how you think, how you act, and how you execute. Have people around you that have got certain habitual behavior. Start to take influences from books, financial education. And I'm sure I'm going to mention one book and everyone's going to put their hand up and say, yep, that's a cult classic. And I read that a long time ago. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. That book, I know, has changed the lives of many. I'm going to give you another one. Secrets of a Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. I can throw books at you all day long because I like to absorb information. I like to put positivity in my mind. I like to seek influence from people who have already gone to where I'm looking to go. Because clearly, their methodology is going to give me a shortcut. Their methodology is going to allow me to cut through the negativity, cut through and give me resources to overcome the situations that may have otherwise blocked me, stopped in my tracks, or taken me a lot longer to figure out. That's why you seek a mentor. And if you have to invest heavily in a mentor, but it's going to save you time in the long run, give me a yes if you think that's worth it. Give me a yes if you think that's a wise investment. You know, many people have told me, and it's something I absolutely agree with. Time is the only non-renewable resource. So if I have to invest heavily in order to get me to where I want to go, and it's going to shortcut the process, it's going to save me time, but as well as save me time, I'm going to learn the correct habits and patterns. You're absolutely right. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I need to ensure that what I'm doing for myself is creating best practice. And when I say best practice, I mean I'm doing the things that are going to be the most positive, the most impactful in my life. Guys, what I want you to do is think about what affirmations can you use on a daily basis? What words can you use to change the way you think about money? I am successful. I'm abundant. I'm a money magnet. When you use such phrases, you're programming your unconscious mind. And remember, any phrase that starts with I am will directly shortcut your conscious mind. It will sink straight into your unconscious mind. I am a money magnet. I am successful. I'm abundant. I am wealthy and rich. Even if you're not there yet, because the unconscious mind, it cannot distinguish between imagination and reality. So if you program your mind with the correct phrases, You start programming your mind for success, and then go and execute the action that's going to allow you to get there. Guys, I tell everyone all the time, language, especially the language you utilize with yourself, the conversation you have with yourself is the most important conversation in the world. There is no conversation that's more important than that. And I'll tell you another thing for certain. Understand the language you use regarding money. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. When I was younger, I had bad spending habits. And I used to say this phrase, and it's only when I started to understand how powerful language was, I laughed and said, no wonder I never had any money. I used to say, oh, I don't like carrying cash around because cash burns a hole in my pocket. Because I was a spendthrift, because I was frivolous with money, I didn't respect money, easy come, easy go, I spent it. I had no regard for it. I had no respect for it. And that's why whatever sums of money came in my hands, I used to go just as quickly because I had disregard for money. When I used to say cash burns a hole in my pocket, would I be surprised that cash never stayed around me? I say, no, I don't like to have cash too often. I like to just carry my card because cash burns a hole in my pocket. What was I doing to myself, guys? Was I instinctively planning for a lack of abundance? That's what a lack of awareness was doing. That's what a lack of understanding did to me. I didn't understand how having money, but the language behind money impacted me. So guys, I want you to be very, very careful about the language you use. And a lot of the time, your language will be unconscious. There are certain things you say consistently, and in a lot of situations, you're not even aware of it. It's only when someone shines a spotlight on your language that you become aware of it. When I'm coaching clients, for example, there are two words and the derivatives of those words that I don't allow in my coaching sessions. And that is hope, hopefully, hoping, any of that nonsense, or try, trying, or tried. Those are the two words I specifically ban for my coaching course. And I'm going to explain to you why. When someone talks about hope and hoping, hope is not a strategy. That's wishful thinking. Wishing on a prayer. That's putting my thumb in the air, putting my finger in the air. Yeah, that's the direction I'm going to go in. That's what hope is. Hoping is not a strategy. And I also ban the word try or any of its derivatives, simply because try or trying is usually one of the first phrases and one of the first words in a sentence that someone told you when they give you an excuse for why they didn't do something. You know what? I tried really hard, but I just couldn't. Yeah, I was trying to do it, and for whatever reason, I couldn't manage. Try. When you put try in your mind, you're automatically giving yourself an exit route. And when you're giving yourself that exit route, when you're giving yourself that side gate, do you think it's any surprise that in a lot of instances, whatever you were trying to accomplish doesn't happen? Because you were only trying. You either do it or you don't do it. I can't try to pick up this pen. I either pick it up or I don't pick it up. Trying stuck in the middle ground. So be very, very aware of the language you use. Create a weekly spending investing plan. So focus on the money that comes in and focus how you're then going to utilize that money in order to create abundance. Do you show respect for the money that's around you? I want you to think of all these things, and they sound very simple. And in a lot of instances, yes, they are simple. But once again, it's simple, it's not easy. Each and every single one of us has got patterns of behavior. And based on your life, based on the experiences, based on the experiences you've been through, based on the way you grow up, that's what carves out and that's what creates your patterns of behavior. So in a lot of instances, you don't even realize how you behave. So become aware, because awareness is the first step to change. Become aware of how you behave in these instances, and I promise you, from that standpoint, you can start to make a shift. When you become consciously aware, when you create a plan, you create change. But you must first create that plan in order to initiate change. Visualize your abundant self. I speak about visualization all the time because it's so powerful. It's something that can shift your mind, shift your life. It's an energetic force that cannot be ignored. It cannot be underestimated. So visualize your abundant self. Visualize the outcome that you're looking for. Visualize your life the way you want it to be, exactly how you want it to be. But don't think about it in the future. Think about it in the now. Because guess what? We only have the present. Someone said something to me yesterday. And when he said it, I smiled because it hit home straight away. You're not going to wake up. You're not going to wake up tomorrow. And I know you're probably thinking, Kevin, what are you talking about? Are you wishing bad luck on me? No, you're not going to wake up tomorrow, because when you wake up tomorrow, it's today. You only ever have the present moment. So think about what you do in your present. Think about what you do in your now. Because what you do in your now will impact the life that you're going to walk into. Think about that. You're not going to wake up tomorrow. Because when tomorrow comes, it's going to be your present again. Pay attention to your thoughts. But as I was saying, visualize your abundant self. Visualize yourself being blessed financially, being blessed with love around you, being blessed with a beautiful life, being blessed with opportunity that are just flowing towards you consistently. Abundance in every area of your life, not just financial, but abundance of love, abundance of health, abundance of opportunity. Visualize yourself being opulent, living that life that you can only dream about. And then think about the steps that you need to put into place in it. Now, let me help you understand the mindset shift and how you make the mindset shift. Practice believing in abundance. Because practice makes perfect. No, it doesn't, because perfection's a fallacy. Practice makes improvement. Remember that, guys. The next time you hear someone say practice makes perfect, laugh at them. And remember, practice makes improvement. That's exactly what practice makes. Perfection is a fallacy. There's no such thing as perfection. Think about that clearly. So practice believing in abundance. And the more you practice in it, the more accomplished you will become at believing in abundance. The more accomplished you will become is the more you will attract it into your life. So focus your thoughts on what you want. Focus your thoughts on abundance and not scarcity. There is always enough. There is more than enough for everyone. You're never shortchanging someone else if you are receiving a huge amount of success, because there is more than enough for everyone. Appreciate investing money instead of spending it. Appreciate how you can make your money grow. Now, I'm not saying don't enjoy the money and don't enjoy nice things, but don't abuse it. Treat your money kindly. Have respect for your money so that money will have respect for you. Consider your money to be energy. So yes, work with the flow of money. You cannot just hoard money, because then your money won't grow. But I want you to think carefully about where you invest your money. Just like I want you to think carefully about how you invest your time. Would you invest your time with people that waste it? No. So don't treat your money in that respect. Don't just throw your money away. Invest your money wisely. Appreciate your money so it can grow and come back to you. Multiplied is the way you want it to come back to you. And that will only happen if you start to appreciate it. Look at yourself as a producer, not as a consumer, because you know what? There are many different types of people, but I categorize generally people in two categories. You're either a consumer, because you get those people and you ask them, have you read this book? Have you read that book? And they've read all the books under the sun. They've done all the courses under the sun. But all they seem to do is consume content. They don't do anything with it. They don't grow. They don't evolve, because all they do is consume. I'd rather read less and do less courses, but produce an outcome. Guys, give me a yes in the chat box if that makes sense. Give me a yes in the chat box if that makes sense. If what I'm saying is landing, if what I'm saying is resonating, give me a yes in the chat box. Look at yourself as a producer and not a consumer. And finally, one of the most powerful things, which is why I left it until last. Demonstrate gratitude all of the time. Show gratitude. Be thankful for the opportunities you have. Show gratitude for everything that comes into your life and be grateful for the small thing. When you get a bill, if you've got the money to pay for it, say thank you for the money. Don't be upset about the bill because you could be in a position where you didn't have the money for it. Be happy and be grateful that you've got the resources to deal with it. Say thank you for the money. Be grateful for every morsel of money that comes into your life because that energy multiplies. That energy is infectious. That is a high vibration energy. Gratitude stands next to love, and you need to ensure you increase your vibration, increase your energy, because your energy will equate to your wealth. The way you think about things, the way you act towards things, the respect you give things, the gratitude you show towards things will impact directly on your life. Guys, I hope you've got a lot of value today. That was a test. Hoping is not a strategy. I know I've delivered value today. I know what I've said has landed. All I'm saying is I want you to utilize the information I've given and go and put it to practice. This was a masterclass on how to avoid chasing money. But I want you to remember that Rome wasn't built in a day and everything takes time. But as long as you're doing one thing, it's going to happen. And that one thing is remembering that all can and will be achieved one step at a time. I'm committed to giving you value. The question I ask each and every time is how committed are you to yourself? Guys, have an incredible day. Have an incredible weekend. Go out and win. Be safe. Enjoy life. And remember, I'll be back here on the same bad channel again next week, Tuesday. Mr. One Step, and I'm out.